Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Impactful Gems. And for those of you all who are new, welcome to my channel. Glad to have you here. So today I want to talk about the concept of gray rocking when it comes to dealing with a narcissist. When you're in a narcissistic relationship with someone, whether that be your friend, your boss, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, whoever it is, that's a narcissist in your life. There is a concept called gray rocking. So I want to hop right into this. The gray rocking technique it's a technique that actually is for you. Okay? It really is for you to help manage your emotions, to regulate your nervous system. Okay? Now, I will say this up front. It's going to piss the narcissist off in the beginning. Well, it's going to piss them off anyway. But they're not going to know what it is, but it's going to make them very angry. So what actually is gray rocking? Gray rocking is actually a technique that's used when dealing with a narcissist where you disengage. So let me give you an example. Say the narcissist in your life is going off about something. So let me just pick a random example. So let's say they put their car in the shop. Let's say they put it in on Tuesday and they told them to be ready on Wednesday morning. Okay, let's just say they said it's going to be ready at 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning, right? So they call at 9 o'clock and the person at the car lot or the car place is like, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. We were really busy. We didn't get a chance to finish your car today, but we'll have it ready by 11. Now, the narcissist, they're going to be clocking out, acting a plumb fool. "Well, you told me 9 o'clock. What's wrong with you all? I said, I know you told me 9 o'clock. And the person on the phone is like, "I know, ma'am. I know. But unfortunately, we couldn't get it done at that time. Things happened. We were really busy. We were short on staff." And they're constantly clocking out on the person. Okay. And then, of course, when they get off the phone with them, if you're in their presence, you're going to get that rage, right? You're going to get that rage. So they're going to start venting to you, clocking out, doing all the blaming. They stupid. They dumb. They told me the car was going to be ready at 9. Why it won't be ready till 11? Okay? They're going to start going off. So let me tell you about the gray rocking technique. So the gray rocking technique is disengagement. It's when, if they ask you a question, well, let's go back to that example first of all. The gray rocking technique for that particular situation would be disengagement. You don't say anything. You just maybe nod your head. All right. You could say something like that or just don't say anything. Of course, that's going to make them very angry because you're supposed to agree with them, right? That they're clocking out on this person. You're supposed to agree. You're supposed to agree with them that they were right the way they handled it. Because, of course, something's wrong with you because you don't agree with them. Okay? So that's the gray rocking technique. It's disengagement. It's disengagement. Yes, I have a little gray rock because guess what I do? I have a small one that I carry around with me. I know, but it helps. It's a reminder. I have a smaller one that I carry around with me in my purse when I'm going to deal with the narcissist in my life. Okay, I put it like in my pocket or something, and I get a smooth one, so I literally rub it as like a reminder in my pocket when the narcissist in my life starts to go off for no reason, or starts to act a plumb fool. Then I touch the gray rock to remind me. Okay, this is a good reminder to do. Now, this is the other thing. To cut down, sort of. This may help to cut down on dealing with a narcissist. This is part of the gray rocking technique also. It's appeasement. Now, the appeasement part when you're appeasing the narcissist in your life, it's very, it can get very strange. Strange for you and them, actually. But it's a technique where you are actually appeasing their behavior. So, but it's really more damaging to you in the beginning. I mean, it's more damaging, period, really. But it may cut down on some of the rage. So what do I mean when I say appeasement? So say they're going off about something that happened. Let's just use that same example about the car wasn't ready. And you may appease them by saying, you know what? You're right. They should have had your car ready. Oh my goodness. They always just so stupid up there at that place where you get your car fixed. They're so, I know you are so right. How dare they not have your car ready? They know you got things to do. You're so right. You're so right. In the back of your mind, you're like, alrighty then. This is kind of weird. But that's the appeasement part. It's trying to keep your nervous system regulated while they're going off. But at the same time, it's still unhealthy, but it may cut down. Now, I wouldn't, you would have to know the relationship that you have with your narcissistic person. If they, are abusive or, that's a whole nother issue. But in terms of physical abuse, I'm saying, because it may turn on you. It's going to take a minute. For anything with dealing with the narcissist is always complicated, of course, because they're never wrong. Y'all know anything about narcissism? Go look at some of my other videos, or it's plenty on YouTube, on the internet about narcissism. Okay, but the appeasement part, it really will probably, once you get the hang of it, once you get the hang of the narcissist gray rocking appeasement phase, and you start to, everything takes practice with the narcissist. Once you start to learn how to do the appeasement part, it'll get easier for you. Now, at first, it's going to really piss them off because they're going to be like, what are you doing? Especially if you're just kind of like in the beginning, not the appeasement part, but back to the disengagement, when they're clocking out and you're just like, they're going to be, clocking out on you, or you're just a lump on a log. What are you doing? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Oh, you just don't have no opinion. All right. No, nope, I don't. Yes, no, maybe. One word answers with the narcissist. At the most 3, I would say. If you can. I know sometimes you may not be able to shorten it that much, but as much as you can shorten it. Conversation cut. The least information, the better. Okay. So when you're dealing with this gray rocking technique, you have to really think about your relationship with the narcissist, because we have to do, when you're dealing with in a narcissistic relationship, we have to do whatever we could do to keep ourselves sane. Okay. What you're doing is you're kind of really, when you're doing the appeasement part, you know what you're doing? You're really being like a human pacifier. Yeah. You're being a human pacifier. It's sad, but it's true. You're like, yeah, let me give you a pacifier and tell you you're right, even though when I know you're dead wrong. Let me make it seem like the other person that you just cussed out was wrong, even though I know they weren't. So you're being a human pacifier. So this is another technique. The gray rocking technique is another tool to put in your toolbox when you're dealing with a narcissist. It's really sad, people, that we have to do this, but narcissism is a whole thing. And coming into the understanding about it myself, I really am definitely a narcissistic survivor, and still dealing with it with a family member. So just hang in there, use the techniques, read all the books you can from experts. Dr. Romani, she's a good one. Her name is Dr. Last name is spelled Ramani. She's very good. She's on YouTube, and I'll put her in the comments or in that section. But I just spelled her name, Dr. Romani. She's excellent. But I would definitely say get into a support group, get into a narcissistic support group, and it'll help you through your journey, getting through this really tough situation. Okay, so I will see you all in the next video. Have a good rest of the day or evening whenever you're watching this. Okay, Gray Rock.